Now, the military, I rarely use them, and that's just my own playing style. You may find that this is the way to go, particularly if you're playing multiplayer, where multiplayer tends to turn into I can fight better than you can fight, so my army beats your army kind of thing, and maybe you'll find some real uses for these. But also, if you go through them, you'll notice that there's some here, like for example, standardization, level 10 and can't go up. I personally I consider that a kiss of death, because you're going to want levels way above 10 to be successful in military campaigns. And you'll see there are many other ways to get levels up and go right beyond level 10. Where that's good is if you could draft a bunch of troops right off the bat to maybe rush an enemy. Like again, in multiplayer, it has very little purpose in single player. In multiplayer, maybe you could grab a whole bunch of squads as fast as you can and send them out, and they would all be level 10. So that's nice, but I would stay away from that. Drafted levels 10, that is a nice one, but it's not a super strong one. That's a good one, though, particularly if you're going to rush. The rest of these, healing twice as fast, certainly it has a good benefit, and half price camps would be nice. It's not, again, by the time, what should be happening is by the time you get to the point where you're building military camps and resting your troops, if you've done a good job building your city the way you should, you've got a strong economy, and that savings is not crucial. It's just a nice to have. So the problem I have with the military branch is a lot of these are nice to have, and I'm working my way back. I see no benefit in this one. If your outpost is getting attacked, you should have towers involved, you should have troops involved, or you're in trouble. These are nice, but again, the barbarian villages, anything that deals with the barbarian villages, I don't find that useful in most games, because there just aren't that many villages, so you can't really get that much from them. The double gains from arrays is nice. If you get twice as many slaves and twice as much money, that's nice. Double production would be nice, particularly if there happened to be some key thing that that particular village created that you could use. But again, these are kind of like nice to haves. Maximum authority increases is another nice one, because if you do use authority a lot, having that extra 100 in the bank when you start using it just means you can get back up to the point where you can use authority again a lot faster. So that one's a good one to have. And then now we're kind of back to these first ones, and they're all about how fast can I get troops out of my barracks or out of my auxilia, and then leveling them up, which of course is great, and then getting double experience from training, so all your training is twice as effective. That one is a very good one if you're going down this military path. The martial law, I don't use martial law. If you did use it, these are nice, because basically with a martial law scenario, and again, I would say this would be applicable to multiplayer rather than single, but you might want to declare martial law, and then you don't have to build any religion buildings, and you don't have to build any entertainment at all. You just build out your troops, get your equites going, and since you've got this automatic 20% martial law entertainment, and you've got this 30% religion, you can build patricians and you can build equites safely without having them turn to crime right off the bat for you. So it's useful. Again, I don't think I've ever used martial law in a multiplayer or single player game. So again, these level ones are good. These two, if you were going to pick any in the military, I think the twice as fast recruiting is really the one to go with. That could be useful. You might even consider taking both of these talents, so that whether you go military academy or you go auxilia, and I often go both in different games, they can come out twice as fast. So that one's nice. The rest of this, honestly, I would pass on, because I like so many of those city talents that are going to help you build a strong economy, and then there's so many good family talents that you want to have, so you only have so many points to work with. So again, I would pass on these, but that's my style. Again, if you want to go a different route, go for it. So that's kind of a discussion of kind of what the talents look like for the city, the talents look like for the military. So we're going to stop here, and then we'll start looking at each individual family and talking about how to kind of build out the talents for a particular family to maximize their effectiveness. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helps.